Well, namaste. Welcome to week 3 of our prenatal series. So happy to have you here. I just always like to start with a check-in of how you're doing, how you're feeling. Start off with your name and maybe a couple of words. I wanted to share first. I was reading a book. Oh man, I think it's called Birthing from Within. And one of the chapters starts off with a quote by the author that worry is a work of pregnancy. And I really like this quote because it's so normal to have worries during your pregnancy. And that's part of the process that you kind of are going through is facing your fears. So I just wanted to kind of open the container for that today in sharing, and that'll kind of be a theme that we'll thread through our practice today. So I'm Amanda, and oh gosh, today I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling a little ungrounded and kind of pulled in a few different directions, but I'm happy to be here. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. And well, it's awesome that you get to be here. But yeah, it is hard. Yeah, it is hard. I'm like, oh, I hope they're doing okay, and there's not too many tears, or yeah, it's too tough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Can you hear Christian? Hello. Hi. Okay, awesome. So yeah, just maybe taking a moment to check in with yourself and just having a couple minutes to just see where you're at and any words that you might want to share. Yeah.
Just kind of checking in with me, feeling okay so far, doing good. Today's been a decent day, so yeah, nothing major. Just happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Mhm.
And thank you. There. Okay. So let's come to find a comfortable seat. You might be cross-legged. You might prop your hips up. That can help find more length through the front of the hip flexors. Or I like to kind of straddle in the thunderbolt position. And you might have one hand on the heart space, one hand on the womb, or you can have both hands palms face down in a downward facing triangle with the thumbs and index fingers together in Yoni Mudra. Let's take a cleansing inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Inhaling in through the nose into this present moment. Exhale out the mouth, letting go all of your fears. Inhaling into this present moment with your baby. Exhaling out the mouth, releasing all of your doubts. And one more cleansing inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth, releasing the self-limiting beliefs. And then now just finding your breath, the natural cadence of your breath, coming into that deep belly breath. And feeling baby start to shift with every inhale and every exhale. And you might stay with just this slow breathing technique, or we can do a breathing technique together called interval breathing. So it's like you're taking 3 sips of air. In the first sip, you're finding the breath in the low belly. The second, you're feeling the lungs expand. And the third, you're filling your lungs all the way up into your nose. And then it's a long, slow exhale out through the mouth. Just notice if this breathing technique, if it's helpful for you to continue practicing it, if it helps you to release tension, to connect to your body, to connect with your baby, to release the anxieties, feeling more present in your body. And do a very short guided meditation so you can just come back to your own natural breath. I am safe. Bring your awareness to your root chakra, to your low belly. At any moment, we have the opportunity of choosing love or fear. In moments of fear, I remember the sun. It is always shining through the clouds. It is always shining through, even though the clouds may obscure it for a while. Like the sun, the one infinite power is eternally shining its light on me, even though the clouds of negative thinking may temporarily obscure it. I choose to remember the light. I feel secure in the light. And when the fears come, I choose to see them as passing clouds in the sky, and I let them go on their way. I am not my fears. It is safe for me to live without guarding and defending myself all the time. I know that what we do in our hearts is very important. So I begin every day in a silent connection with my heart. When I feel afraid, I open my heart and let the love dissolve the fear. Let's bring our hands to heart center. You might stack one palm on top of the other, or you can also bring palms face together. Just connecting with this source of compassion, self-love, forgiveness, empathy, deep connection with you, with your baby. And maybe you have an intention that you'd like to set for your practice today. Setting that intention now. And we'll open with 3 ohms. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Ah. Let's see. We can move right into our mantra. If you need to kind of shift your hips around a little bit, or you can kind of C-curve the spine from side to side. Maybe do some circles with the chest. I'm just gonna, while you do those things, I'm gonna speak of the mantra. So the mantra we're connecting with today is Apo Deepo Bhav. Let's say that together. Apo Deepo Bhav. And it means be a light unto yourself, or be a beacon unto yourself. And this was one of the last things that the Buddha said before he left his body, because his disciples knew that his time was coming to an end, and they were really sad and frantic. Like, what are we going to do without you? You're our enlightened one, and how will we learn, and how will we know? And he told them, you can be a light unto yourself. You don't need me. You have all of the tools you need within yourself. So I'll do the first round, and then feel free to join in when it feels good for you. Apo Deepo Bhav. 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 Growing brighter. Apo Deepo Bhav. Apo Deepo Bhav. Apo Deepo Bhav. Apo Deepo Bhav. Last one, softly. Apo Deepo Bhav. Imagining that center of light from your heart center, melting those fears, letting love overcome all of those obstacles. And if you're not already in our easy pose or Sukhasana, Oh, I'm gonna grab a strap. You don't need a strap, but it's kind of nice to have one. We'll practice it without it. Okay. We did this a little bit already. So we're just going to start with bringing the chin down towards the chest and gently rocking the head from side to side, letting the neck stretch out. And coming back to center. You don't need a strap to do this, but it's nice if you have like a belt or a scarf. So we're gonna bring the hands about yay wide, and you'll know if they need to be closer together. If they're too far apart, you won't really feel any sensation. And if they're too close, it'll be really intense. And so you'll just kind of know when that good spot is. So we're gonna inhale, reach the hands up overhead. And just make sure you don't whack yourself with a buckle. We're gonna exhale to the right, finding space through the side ribs. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left, second side, looking up towards the sky. Inhale to center. And keep alternating sides. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. And then one more on each side. And now bringing the hands forward, like closer towards the knees. We're just gonna twist. So exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. And then keep alternating sides. If you get dizzy, keep your head focused forward. Otherwise, you can keep the head stacked over the shoulders. And one more on each side. We're finishing on the left. And when you get back to center, reach the hands up towards the sky on the inhale. Exhale, let the hands come behind the back towards the hip. Ooh. Inhale back up to the sky. And exhale back. Inhale up. And exhale back. And this time on the exhale, finding that sweet spot and just staying there. You might kind of go from side to side. Or you can just stay stationary if that feels good for you. Finding the breath in those spaces of tension. Inhaling joy. And exhale, releasing tension. This is what my teacher calls an antidepressant pose. When we open through the heart, it helps us to relieve a lot of those burdens that we carry. Inhale, hands back up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands forward, release them. Make your way onto hands and knees into tabletop. And we have lots of tools in our tabletop. You might do some cat-cows, inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. There's an option. You might exhale back to child's pose and inhale forward to cow, or seal if you keep the knees nice and wide, let the hips come down, opening to the heart. And then we also have our hip circles. So you might just circle, make big circles with the hips back and forward. So take the next 10 breaths to move your body, move your spine, how intuitively you are guided. Finishing up those last few rounds. And when you're ready, making your way to child's pose, bringing the big toes together, knees out wide, the hips sit back. You might overlap the hands, letting the forehead rest on the backs of the palms. You can let the arms be long. What gives you the most space to breathe here? It gives you the most space to lengthen through the back body. And as you rest in this child's pose, bringing in gratitude to your practice. So as we open our asana, we open our day, starting and ending our day with gratitude. Thank you, body. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you to the earth, the moon, the sun, the food, all the nourishment I receive every day, a warm place to sleep, my community. Inhaling forward into tabletop. We're going to step the right foot forward, make our way to a low lunge. The hands to the inside of the foot. You might have hands down on some blocks. Okay, and instead of sinking down into the hips, we're not really getting into a yin practice. We're engaging the thighs towards one another, to almost as if you're lifting your hips up as you're strengthening through the thighs. Okay, and you might keep the hands nice and low, or you can bring the right hand to the knee and lift the left arm up to the sky, finding our Anjaneyasana, or you might reach both hands up to the sky. Let the shoulders relax down away from the ear. Good. And your next inhale, up, arms open wide, opening through the heart. Gratitude, feeling this beam of radiant light from within. Apo Dipo Love. And one candle can light another candle without extinguishing its own flame. Place the right hand onto the hip and then reach the left arm up and over, finding a C curve. And the pelvis is tilting forward like in cats. We're finding a posterior tilt, finding length through the left hip flexor, the front of the left hip. And inhale, reach both hands up to the sky. Okay, we're gonna make some big movements here. So we're gonna bring the hands down to the blocks. You shimmy your blocks forward. You're gonna tap the back toes and step the back foot forward, finding a fold. So you're gonna walk your hands forward, keep a flat back. You're gonna hug baby to the spine, keep a flat back. And then the feet are gonna be nice and wide in this forward fold so they're not compressing baby. And then fold forward, keep a flat back so you're just kind of hinging from the hip until it feels comfortable for you. Find a nice micro bend in the knee, not locking the knees, soft knees, loose knees. Let the head be loose. You might nod the head yes, nod the head no. And deep bend in the knees. Now bring the hands to the tops of the knees. Inhale to rise up. Reach the hands up overhead. Gentle back bend. Engage through the glutes. Reach the hips forward. And exhale, hands to heart center. Find our mountain pose. You might heel toe the feet underneath the hips. The inner arches are slightly lifting. Bring your awareness down into your feet. This is a great grounding practice. Just feeling into your toes. Engaging through the glutes and the quads. So you're strong as a mountain. If someone were to come over to you, they wouldn't be able to push you over because you have a nice sturdy base, a stable base to go from. You're gonna inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And heel toe the feet out nice and wide. Exhale, finding our forward fold once again. Step the right foot back. And reaching the hands closer to that front foot. And then step the left foot back, finding our tabletop. We're gonna inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Okay, so this is a flow. We're going to stay in child's pose, but this is a flow that you can practice during early labor. And it's nice for releasing through the hips. Okay, inhale forward into tabletop. Step the left foot forward, finding our low lunge on the second side. Take a moment to just check in with your alignment. The knee is stacked over the ankle. You might stay nice and low. Just check in with your body. If you need more of a restorative practice, this is might be as far as you go. If you really want to get deeper, bring the left hand to the knee. Inhale, right arm reaches up tall. Maybe the left hand comes up to match. Finding length in the spine. And exhale, let the hands come out wide. Relax, shoulders down, away from the ears. Finding that deep belly breath. With every inhale, I find ease. Every exhale, I release tension. The left hand comes down to the hip. Circle sweep the right arm up overhead as you C curve through the spine. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching both hands up overhead. Exhale, hands come forward. Now walk the hands forward, tuck the back toes and step the back foot, finding our forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Nice long back, and then exhale, hinging forward from the hips, keeping a flat back, but just letting the belly come closer towards the thighs. Deep bend in the knees, hands come to the tops of the knees. Inhale to halfway lift. Good. Exhale, stay here. Okay, inhale, lifting all the way, arms reach up, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Heel toe the feet underneath the hips. And then we're gonna inhale, arms reach up, finding our half moon. So we're gonna exhale to the right, kind of C-curve in the spine. The bottom hand might take the top wrist, finding length through the top arm. And you might stay here, or you might bear your weight into your left foot as the right foot floats out to the side. And you can always just tap that toe down if you lose your balance, keeping your eyes focused on one point. Good, and tap that right foot down, bringing weight into both feet. Inhale, arms up to center. Good, and exhale, C-curve to the left, finding that second side. Bearing the weight into the right foot, maybe the left foot floats out to the side. And the left foot comes back down, putting weight into both feet. Inhale, arms up tall. And exhale, heel toe the feet out wide as you come to a forward fold. Slowly stepping the left foot back, finding a low lunge, planting the hands down, finding your tabletop. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. And quietly repeating this to yourself. I have all that I need to birth my baby. I have all that I need to mother my baby. I am all that I need to be to mother my baby. And taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling yourself with confidence and pride. And exhaling out the mouth, releasing all of the fears and doubts. Let's do that twice more. Inhaling, confidence. Exhaling, releasing those doubts. Last round, inhale, confidence. Exhale, releasing doubt. Making your way up onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Walk the hands backwards into a squat and slowly lift yourself up into our chair pose. So you can keep hands on the tops of the knees, or you can cactus the arms out wide. You might engage the mula bun, lifting through the pelvic floor. And then finding that neutral pelvis. So no J-Lo booty, and we're not like tucking it under, finding that neutral pelvis. If you have the arms cactus, we're going to inhale, reach the arms forward, and exhale, cactus them back, almost like we're swimming. So inhale forward. We'll do 3 rounds of lion breath. Finding that fierce goddess. And inhale to stand, arms reach up. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to make our way over to the wall, finding a downward facing dog at the wall. So we're going to walk our hands down the wall, and making your body into an L shape. So the feet should be close enough that you feel like you can open through the shoulders and then reach the sit bones up to the sky. So you're finding length in the backs of the legs. You can walk a little closer, just a little tad closer. No, the feet width are fine. Walk your feet closer to the wall. There you go. How's that feel? Okay. And this is another pose that you can do on a window sill. It's really nice too if you have like some, or like on a tabletop that you can hang your hands from. While we're here, we'll do 3 rounds of the Brahmari breath or the bumblebee breath. It sounds like the M in Om. Let's inhale together. Last round. Slowly walk the hands back up the wall. You might walk the feet forward as you do this. Find a nice tall spine. And then set the feet out nice and wide. Bring the hands to the low back. Then you're going to reach your hips forward, keeping the hands on the sacrum. Elbows come towards one another. We're just opening through the back body, kind of finding a counter bend. What we were just doing. Good. Okay. Coming back forward. Set the feet out nice and wide. Inhale to star pose, reaching the hands and feet in opposite directions, almost as if you could touch all 4 corners of the walls. And then bringing the hands back down. We're going to stay at the wall. You might want to scoot your mat towards the wall. We're going to find our warrior 2. So starting with the right foot back. So the outer edge of the foot is pressing into the wall, and then just step that left foot forward. So we're using the weight of the wall to help us stabilize here. Yeah. It can be a little intense. And then you can just start with your shoulders over your hips. Really feel into this. The wider your feet are, the better your balance is. So we want nice like train tracks. It's going to give us better stability, not a tight rope. That's going to be really wobbly. And then once you're here, you might reach the arms out wide. My hand kind of falls into the wall, so I just modify for that. Okay, inhale, reach the front hand forward and then up to the sky. Peaceful warrior. Finding length in the side ribs. And exhale to side angle. Bring that hand down to the elbow as the right arm reaches up to the sky. Inhale to peaceful warrior. Left arm reaches up tall. Exhale, side angle. Good. Inhale to peaceful. Exhale, warrior 2, reach the arms out wide. Inhale to star, lengthen the legs. Turn the hips, the feet to parallel as the arms stretch up tall. And exhale, bring the hands down to the hips, heel toe, the feet closer together. And then just turn around the opposite direction to find warrior two on the second side. Taking a minute to get into it. I always like to offer different variations. So if you're practicing at home, you're like, oh, I like the way this felt better. I felt more stable here. Okay. Finding those cleansing inhales and grounding exhales. Inhale, reach the right hand forward and up, peaceful warrior. Lengthening through the side ribs. Exhale, side angle. Inhale to peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to star. And bring the hands down to the hips. Might heel toe a little bit more central into the mat. And bring the big toes to face the corner edges of your mat for a goddess pose. Yeah, so the feet are kind of like a 45-degree angle. We're going to inhale, lengthen the arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower the hips, bend the knees, cactus the arms out wide. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, squatting down. 3 rounds of lion's breath. Inhale, lengthen. And finding that fierce, protective mother energy. Last round. Good. Inhale to lengthen. Bring the hands back down to the hips, and then the outer edges of the feet come to parallel. You might want your blocks for this. We're gonna come in our way to a forward fold. You might have hands under the blocks, or you can also just have hands on the floor, finding that flat back, hugging baby towards the spine. Imagine your side abdominals, the transverse abdominals, knitting together like a corset around your baby. Let the head be heavy. You might rock the head from side to side. You might nod yes, you might nod no. We're going to inhale to halfway, finding a flat back. Walk the hands a little closer together. So not like so they're almost touching. Bring the weight into the left hand as you inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale to center. Inhale, left arm reaches, twists open, twists. Exhale, back to center. I come up with some clever words in this class. Inhale, right side. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Do it 2 more on each side with your own breath. Imagine your arms like sun rays or sunbeams, shining your inner light, creating this protective aura around you. It's good to have this imaginary boundary, not allowing other people's negative energy to encroach on your space. When you're complete, find a deep bend in the knees, bring the hands to the tops of the knees. Slowly start to rise. We're gonna do our last pose on the wall. This is a shoulder opener. So you're going to face the wall and imagine your arm as a clock. You're gonna put your hand in like 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish time range. Okay, keep your hand there and then pivot your hips so that your feet, we're starting with the right hand on the wall. Yeah, okay, so pivot your feet away from the hand counterclockwise, and you feel it in the shoulder and the pectoral muscle. Okay, we're gonna stay right there. If it feels too intense, bring your hand more closer to 12 o'clock. If you want to deepen the intensity, bring your hand closer to 3 o'clock. Okay, and while we're here, we're going to make the mind-body stress connection of our jaw with our pelvis. So when your baby was first created, it went from 1 cell to 2 cells. And those 2 cells were the upper body and the lower body. So any tension of the fascia that connects our jaw to the pelvis, any tension that we feel in our jaw is tension that's going to be manifested in the pelvis. That's why it's so important during birth to breathe, to relax through the jaw, to relax the tongue and the throat. So we're going to do 3 rounds of the horse flips together. Inhale together. Round. And now just doing a body scan. Notice if you feel a difference. After relaxing the jaw, do you feel any difference in your pelvis? And slowly starting to turn your hips and your chest towards the wall, coming out of this pose, starting to roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. And we're gonna find our second side. So bringing the left hand out to the wall at that like 10:30 time frame, and then slowly pivoting the feet in a clockwise direction. So now that we have this awareness of the breath, body, mind connection, bringing your awareness back to your pelvic floor, just feeling what state it's in now. And we'll do 3 more rounds of the horse flips together. Inhale. This is a great breath to practice at the very end of a contraction. It'll help you dilate. And as you exhale, slowly unfurling, turning your hip back towards the wall, releasing the hand, coming back to the front of your mat, stepping the feet out wide and doing a figure 8 with the hip. And we're gonna bring the hands up overhead and start to circle the wrists. And we're now into our active meditation portion of this class. So we might be here for 3, 6, or 11 minutes. We don't know how long it's gonna last, but we have tools to cope and to get through it. So we have our breathing exercises, we have our positive affirmations, we can use loving words. There might even be some loving touch. maybe using visualization techniques of your partner or a pet or someone who you love really dearly, who's thinking of them brings you comfort. And just to refresh our breathing techniques, we have the horse lips, we have the Brahmari breath, the humming noise. We also have the Koki breath, which is a low glottal ko, or you can even go Koki. It can be more rhythmic like that. We have our step breathing, which is like a inhale and then a we did our breath at the very beginning was the interval breathing. So three little smaller sips on the inhale and then a long, slow exhale. Good work. We're almost there. That's the way. You got this. I have all that I need to birth my baby. And just remember that this is a tool that's helping to build your inner resiliency of this ocean wave that you have no control over. It's just going to keep coming. A few more seconds, we're almost there. I have all that I need to mother my baby. Good, and exhale, let the hands come down away from the sides. You might start to jiggle or bounce, let the arms kind of like wiggle like a spaghetti noodle. I kind of also like to rock from side to side like a rag doll, let the arms swing out from side to side. So this is a great technique for, okay, how do I conserve my energy? How do I release all this tension in my body right now? Because you're gonna have 3 minutes in between and then it's gonna start again. So you need really strong tools to, okay, deep relaxation. We're gonna get really still. We're gonna bring the outside edges of the feet to parallel and lower down into a squat. Bring the hands down to the ground. You might sit on a block or a bolster to prop the hips up. Okay, we're gonna get really still. We have to conserve our energy. Conserve as much energy as possible in between. Bringing that energy into baby. So it's a skill that you're learning and you're building as that tension builds during the contraction. You're learning to release it, letting go, conserving your energy, surrendering, releasing, unfurling, melting, emptying. And come back to your intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Slowly blinking your eyes open. Make your way to a seat. You might sit on a blanket or a bolster to prop the hips up. You're gonna come to butterfly pose or divine feminine pose. I changed my mind. Let's do our head to knee or Johnny. So extend the right leg as the left knee bends, and then shoulders face your bent knee. Inhale, left arm reaches up tall, and exhale, feet curve to the extended leg. You might keep the top arm extended, or you might start to circle the top arm. Circle in the opposite direction. Inhale, sitting up tall, plant the left hand behind you. Exhale to stargazer pose, lift the hips up into the air. Lengthen through the right side rib. And exhale, sitting down. Inhale to bend to the extended leg. Exhale, sitting up tall, plant the hand down, and on the inhale, finding our stargazer pose. Exhale, coming back down to a seat. Coming to the second side. Ooh. Shoulders face your bent knee. Inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. And exhale, hinge to the extended leg. Coming back to that practice of gratitude. Maybe taking a moment to inquire within, how can sleep and rest be an act of gratitude for my body? Maybe circle sweeping that top arm. And reversing the rotation. Inhale to sit up tall, plant the right hand down behind you. Exhale to start lifting the hips up. Inhale, sitting back down. And exhale, hinge to the extended leg. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale to lift into stargazer. Inhale, come into a seat. Okay, now we're going to come to our divine goddess pose. But let's do the props and set ourselves up for a recline. So we're going to fold forward and then recline backwards afterwards. And if you don't have blocks like this at home, you can just do this sitting up against the wall. Okay, so once you have those sit bones nice and close to the bolster, we don't want to have any empty space behind us. So there should always be a prop there to support us. We're going to come to the shins, ankles, or feet. Taking a inhale, reaching tall through the spine. Some cat cows first. So exhale, cat round through the back. Tilt the pelvis and inhale out. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, find a nice tall neutral spine. Keeping a flat back, hug baby towards the spine, and exhale, fold forward. Bring those elbows into the thighs, lengthen through the groin, lengthen through the low back. And taking an inhale, finding a nice tall spine. And then exhale, slowly starting to lower yourself back. Let the arms come out wide, open through the chest, through the heart. We do a breathing exercise, guided meditation. So this is an exercise to clear out weight. We're going to take cleansing inhales through the nose. And out the mouth, I'm going to say something that you're letting go of. So let's inhale through the nose together. Exhale out the mouth. I now let go of all worn out beliefs, habits, ideas, and patterns that no longer serve me. Inhaling in. I now let go of all worn out possessions that no longer serve me. Inhaling. I now let go of all worn out relationships that no longer serve me. Inhaling. I now remove all old clutter from my life on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Inhaling. I no longer need to hold on to ideas that do not enhance my spiritual growth. Inhale. I no longer need to hold on to possessions and possessing me. Inhale. I no longer need to hold on to people that are not enriching my life. Inhale. I now let go. Inhaling in and invite spirit into my life. Exhale. I now let go of ideas, things, and people. Inhale. And I make way for spirit to enter my life. Exhale. Inhale. I now invite and welcome spirit into my life. Exhale. Inhale. Please fill me with deep peace, abiding love, and brilliant light. Exhale. Inhaling. Thank you to the divine. Exhale. And so it is. Just take a moment to reflect, to feel within. How does that land in your body? Slowly start to make your way back up, planting the hands behind you and lifting and removing your prop. Time to lie on the back. Find your half bridge pose. So bring the heels as close to the bones as you can, and the feet are hip distance apart. And we're going to bring the palms face down next to the hips, or you can also bring the palms onto the hip bone just to feel the pelvis. So we're going to do some pelvic undulations similar to cat-cow, but we're isolating the movement into the pelvis. So as you exhale, tuck the tailbone up, posterior tilt. And then inhale gently, anterior tilt as you lift through the tailbone. Feel the lower back lift off the mat. Exhale, press the lower back into the mat, tilt the tailbone up. Inhale, lift through the lower back as the tailbone tilts back. Keep going with the movement of your own breath. Inhale in a inhale in a cow-like movement, and exhale in a cat-like movement. And set the feet out nice and wide, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Let this massage the low back, let it massage through the glutes. And when you're ready, coming to your restorative pose, so you might come into a shavasana, or you might lie on the left side, bringing a pillow under the right knee, and you may have a blanket or your arm underneath the head to support you. And slowly starting to count the breath. Counting an inhale of 3 and an exhale of 6. Taking a deep inhale, bringing the breath all the way into your belly, into your womb space, the baby. And exhale, imagine that breath leaving through the soles of your feet. Inhaling into your womb and exhaling out the soles of your feet. And slowly bending the knees, come to lie on one side if you're not already. Slowly making your way back up to a seat. You might have one hand on the heart space, one hand on the belly. You can have palms in Yoni Mudra. Take a cleansing inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. I have all that I need to birth my baby. I have all that I need to mother my baby. I am all that I need to be the mother of my baby. And coming back to your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice, honoring your intention, giving gratitude to your body for supporting you, for your supporting your baby. We'll bring hands to heart center and close our practice with 1 Om and 3 Shanti. Take an inhale together. Ah. Inhale for Shanti. 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 Bringing your hands to your third eye center, honoring the innate wisdom within, honoring that light, Apo Dipopa, that light that you can be unto yourself. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all.